What up, YouTube? It's Danny back with a video, and tonight, I should say, it's actually 1:08 in the morning, and I just finished Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma on the Switch 2. I actually bought this, I want to say, 3 weeks ago, I think, and I have just under 50 hours in the game, and I, going into this, didn't really know what to expect. I played Rune Factory games in the past, and if you know games like Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley, it's similar to that. So there's a farming aspect, but there's also an RPG, a JRPG aspect to it as well. But the way Rune Factory does it is so well woven together. It's almost like two games in one. If you just want to farm, then just farm. But if you want to advance the story and fight monsters and bosses and all that other stuff, kind of like Final Fantasy, there's that too. And then you've got the aspect of relationships where you can befriend people in the village, you can date people in the village, you can marry somebody, you can have a kid with somebody. Like, it's it surprised me. It really did. It really did. I knew it was going to be a pretty good game, but I didn't expect it to be this addicted to it. This is the one game that got me off of Cyberpunk 2077, which I've been playing nonstop every day, just about since I bought the Switch. Really, I guess I bought it 3 weeks after I bought the Switch, so I guess almost a month. Then the point is, I have 70 hours in Cyberpunk, 50 hours in this game now, and I didn't expect this game to pull me from Cyberpunk like it did. And what's funny is, I wasn't quite done with Cyberpunk, and I still need to go back and finish the rest of the side missions and everything else in Cyberpunk. So when I play Cyberpunk, I 100% the game most of the time. So I have NCPD missions, and I have Cyber Psycho missions, and a bunch of side quests, and you have to steal all the cars on the car list for the captain, or El Capitan, I think is his name, Reyes. But what got me in this is I bought it 3 weeks ago, paid $70, I believe, because I wanted a physical copy. And this game is physically on the cartridge. It's not a game key card. What's cool about this card, though, is it's for the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. It works in both. So it's one of those cards. And it also came with a booklet thing. Like, this, that impressed me. When I opened it up, I didn't expect to see an actual book full of color at that. Like, we're talking like 2000s, back when they did that for every game back in the day. But this is a little guide on all the characters. My favorite character, in the game is Ulalaka, and if I'm not already shown B-roll of her already, if you know me even a little bit, you know why I like her immediately. Two very big, bouncy reasons why I like her a lot. So, that being said, she is currently level 10 with me. You can go as high as level 10 with relationships. She's level 10, but I can't, it won't let me say I love you to her. But it will let me say I love you to other women that are like level 7 or 8. And I've done that, and then I've quit the game because I'm like, no, I don't. I was trying to romance with Ulalaka so we can get married and have a kid and all that stuff. And I don't want to do it with anybody else. And maybe Clarice, because Clarice is also very pretty. I know these are all drawn cartoon character anime girls, and nothing really matters. So just humor me, alright? It's for the game. So, but the point is, the game is so good. The story is great, and it doesn't go too deep. Some people don't like that. I love that it doesn't go that deep. But it's a phenomenal game. It really is. And it's surprisingly long storyline. I didn't expect it to be as long as it was. And towards the end, man, the bosses get really, really, really difficult. It was to the point where I was like punching my table, cussing, admittedly, extremely angry. And then I went back and farmed, because the farming aspect really comes into play, especially towards the end of the game when you're trying to not die during battle. So what do? You grow crops to make dishes that have high HP replenishment. So I was telling David, who also bought the game today, by the way. I was telling David I was going to basically to fight these bosses with like 20 bowls of miso soup, or because some of the dishes they replenish HP more than the potions do. And you can go to a chemist and do potions as well, but you get way more HP replenishment out of dishes. I know miso soup is high up there. There was something else, I forget what, but it had me laughing. I think there was some tempura that was pretty high in HP replenishment. The point is, the last three bosses were extremely hard. And I'm not gonna spoil them because if you haven't played the game, or if you have played the game and you haven't got that part yet, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's like this: take plenty of those dishes, study the recipes, make the recipes, grow the crops to make the recipes, and then put it all together. And I tell you one thing: what helped me a lot was Reddit. Believe it or not, because the game does a really good job of explaining how to do stuff, but it's hard to remember everything at once. If that makes sense. So, Reddit, I think r/Rune Factory or something like that, r/Guardians of Azuma, one of the two, helped me a lot with things I could not figure out. Like, there was one boss, it was pissing me off so bad. I was like, how do I beat this dude? He's got like 4 bears that are attacking me. And then, so I went to Reddit. Sure enough, I had the wrong sword. I should have crafted a sword that had water powers, because those bears that were attacking me had fire powers, and water is stronger than fire. That's just common sense. That's just alchemy. That's how that is. So, sure enough, I got it looked like the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII almost, but it's like blue and splashes when you slice, and it's heavy. So your character swings slow instead of, because I've been using the quick double dagger slash thingy so I can do all this and go crazy, and it was super fast, right? Well, those are light. So this Buster Sword, which is almost as big as my character, if not maybe bigger than my character, I picked Kaguya, I think her name is, because you can male or female. I always pick female characters. I've already explained that in the past. But so Kaguya is probably my height. 5'7" is how tall I am. So she's swinging the Buster Sword. That's what I'm calling it. It's not actually called a Buster Sword, but it looks like one. Big, huge blade. Massive blade. Like, if you were to hold this in real life, you wouldn't be able to pick it up. So the fact that this little scrawny chick can pick it up shows that it's anime. It's not real. It's fantasy. It's just how it is. But anyway, she has a big ass, huge sword. Right? And she's swinging it. And she's swinging it slow. And I had to get used to that, because you get stuck in the animation of her swinging, because once you get going with it, it's hard to stop, because it's just such a heavy blade. Whereas, if you got little daggers that you're swinging around for most of the game, you can stop whenever you want. It's no big deal. Good physics, not gonna lie. It took me a second to get used to it, but after I did, I got the hang of it. I got the hang of timing, and I was able to beat that boss pretty easily with that sword. Then I went back to the blacksmith, and you can, level up your swords, your shield stuff, your helmets, which in this case I had cat ears for a helmet. It's pretty cool. You can level all that up so you can look however you want, and you can make yourself look really cool, really ridiculous, really goofy, whatever. So, and all in all, it's a really fun game, and I definitely recommend picking it up. It is $70. Keep that in mind. So if you're looking for a good Switch 2 game that you want physical, they also make it digital, of course. But if you want it on physical, if you want it on the cartridge, that's not a game key card. Guardians of Azuma from Rune Factory for the Switch 2 and 1. Like I said, this cartridge works for both Switch 1 and Switch 2. Put it in either one, it'll work. Amazing game. It was way better than I expected. So, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. I went on YouTube, and sure enough, there's other people who are shocked how good this game is. But it's really, Rune Factory hit it out of the park with Guardians of Azuma. They really did. And quite a cool story. Again, not too deep. You don't have to get too serious with it. There's a lot of comedic humor, which I like a lot. And all the characters are really, really lovable. They really are. And they have some decent looking women on here too, like 3 or 4 of them. So, and then there's this like kid who's like 5 or 6 or whatever. You can put her in your party, and I recommend it. At first, I was like, why would anybody do that? She is a healer. Like, I had this, like, 5-year-old kid healing the whole party while I was fighting this massive level 93 wolf thing, and I'm level 91, and he's kicking my ass. But Yuzu, is their name Yuzu? No, Suzu. Who was Yuzu? Oh, that's a fruit. It's a Japanese fruit. Suzu comes up behind me. A little 5-year-old comes up behind me. Is healing me as I'm getting destroyed by the freaking wolf demon thing. And so I'm getting damaged and healed at the same time. So my character doesn't deplete. She doesn't deplete because of Suzu behind me keeping me alive from the stupid wolf in front of me. So shout out to the goat, Suzu, a little 5-year-old. So she's cool. Yeah, take her with you. It's weird, but I recommend it because she'll keep your party alive. She really will. And Yualaka, the one with the big personalities that I really like, she heals too, but not as well as Suzu. So just throwing it out there. Anyway, and that's it. I do have 2 other games that I bought because of this game recently. I'm going to unbox them in this video, but let me grab them real quick and I'll show you real quick. Okay, so in addition to Suzu, there's another, I think she's a kid, another character named Sukuna who's in the game, and you can equip her too, and she's really powerful as well. She's got some powerful moves. You can't customize her at all, and you can't really, like, you can talk to her, but with Suzu, you can, like, have dinner with her, hang out with her, go to the park with her, whatever, kid activities, play hide and seek, stuff like that. But Sukuna, they don't let you do any of that with in 5. I don't know why, but Sukuna always looked familiar to me, and I couldn't figure out why until I realized why. Before there was Guardians of Azuma, there was Sukuna of Rice and Rune on the Switch a couple years ago. I've seen this game before. Sorry, that's the other game. Sukuna is this one right here. She's in the game, and I was like, why is she familiar? Because I've seen her on a box art before. Probably this one. So this is a game I'm going to be getting into really quickly. Probably as early as tomorrow, honestly. Now that I've got Guardians of Azuma basically beat. Now I still want to romance Yualaka and finish my villages, because you have 4 villages you manage. But Sukuna has her own game, and it's made by Marvelous and Exceed as well, just like the others. So this is the collector's edition. I'm going to unbox very soon. I'll probably do it tomorrow so I can play this game tomorrow. But yeah, so that's one game. Sukuna is in Guardians of Azuma, and that's why I was like, why is she familiar? Because I've seen her on the box art in another game, that one. And then Rune Factory 5. I bought this a couple years ago, sold it on eBay, found it for $15 again, brand new on eBay, and snatched it up. I don't know if any of the characters from Guardians of Azuma are in Rune Factory 5. Is that you, Laka? Because she looks different, if that's the case. This may be a different art style. I know that I'm pretty sure they're in 4, because there's a good amount of characters, because you can change the outfits. As you can see, I've got all mine in swimsuits because I'm a pervert. Anyway, you can change the outfits in the game. And I think Yualaka and some others are from Rune Factory 4 as well. So I will be getting that game maybe later this week even. So anyway, that's quick, like, review, I guess, if you want to call it that. Guardians of Azuma, well done, Marvelous, well done, Exceed. You guys got me loving this series. So now I'm gonna go through and play 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the Sukuna game as well. So, and I know 3, 4, 5, which I have, and the Sukuna game are on Switch. I don't know if 1 and 2 are, but 3, 4, and 5 definitely are. 5 is right here, but 3 and 4, I think I'm gonna buy digital because it's cheaper that way. But yeah, good game. Definitely recommend. I was blown away. It got me on Cyberpunk, so it must be good. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Stay tuned. More to come as usual. And I'll see you then. Time for bed. It is 1:23. I've been talking for 15 minutes. All right. Take care.